Yo, what's going on, runners? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching these videos, man. Views keep going up, comments. I get to talk to some really cool people, and like I said, I try to respond to all of them, and it takes me time, but I do get there. I like hearing your guys' journey as well into running, and it just makes me really cool that I have this community here. I want to keep growing the channel, so y'all just keep doing what you do. Like, comment, subscribe, tell others to subscribe. I think it's really cool. Just want to grow this channel and make this running community so I was gonna say awesome, but it's already awesome. I want to make it even awesomer. So that's my goal. That's my goal. All right, y'all, we got 6 miles today. Easy run on the docket, rocking the Altra FWD VIA. Wore this shoe of the day for the first time in running. We got another rainy, cloudy day today. I was actually gonna hit the same route that I did on my first trail run video. The problem is the weather is unpredictable, where it might start lightning, and I didn't want to be stuck in the woods at that time. At least here on my regular route, I know some bailout plans. I know how far I am from the car at all times, so I could always like shorten up the route and just kind of do multiple laps if I needed to. So intro is going to be kind of short to get out there, just to kind of get as much running as I can in, but just really want to take the time to say thank y'all for everything. Honestly, I shared a video, I made a reel yesterday on my Instagram, and I used the song Undeniable by Schaefer, and he actually like shared it on his page, which is so dope. So that's awesome. I said it in the first video, I had to relace these shoes, and I did not get a chance to relace them yet, so I gotta make a reminder to myself to relace these shoes, because one side of this lace is longer than the other. I had a sweet plan today. I had a hat clip that I was gonna run on the trail with my Insta360 Go. Because this camera's pretty cool. You could separate this little piece here and then just take this with you while you're running or doing whatever activity you want. But like I said, because the video, with the weather being so unpredictable, I think it's just gonna be like a classic video. I don't want to try anything new on weather like this. And we also still have the Solomon. We got the Aftershock. I had these headphones for so long, they switched the company name to Shock. This is when it was still Aftershock. So that's when I had those ones, which I still won't get rid of. We're still rocking the Solomon Advance. Not Advance, is it Advance? Yeah, the Advanced Skin 12. I like this vest a lot, y'all. I'm gonna make a video, like a short video going over it, but there's so many pockets, there's so many clips, there's so many strings that you could attach like your trekking poles to and everything. Got 2 zipper pockets in the front. One where I'm keeping my gel right now, and then the other one keeps my phone. I used to never run with my phone, but now I am, because I have the vest to be able to do it. And then one thing that the vest allows me to bring is my camera with me, which I really like, because I used to have to hold it for the 6-mile run or the 8-mile runs, and now I could just pop it in here. That means I can take it on my long runs with me, talk about fueling, talk about hydration, talk about like my marathon training with these long runs. So I'm super excited to have this with me, and we're just gonna get going here. My last trail running video, or my trail run video, was super long, so I want to make this one kind of on the shorter side. So yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna gear up and get started. And my new thing is, I am taking hydration and fueling with me for any run that is over the normal time that I would fuel for, which right now is on my runs. So I usually do my fueling around 35 to 40 minutes, and because every run now goes above that in the foreseeable future, I will be taking fueling and hydration with me. So we are rocking the Precision Gel, and we'll be taking this at the 40 to 45 minute marker to see how we it's all about training the muscle memory, and like I want to train my body to be like, hey, this is when you're going to take this gel. Let's see how it settles. Let's see how it is. Like, I've been taking this for all my races, all my training runs. I really do like Precision. It goes down pretty smooth without hydration, and it's just really good as far as like taste and everything. I mean, it's not going to taste like, you know, the best meal in the world, but it's food. And again, nothing really packed in the back. I just have a GoPro. Honestly, I have a headlamp and a GoPro battery. That is really all I got. I was gonna put the rain jacket in there, but I figured since it's already starting to rain, might as well just keep myself a little dry, because after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, this jacket's gonna get soaked through. So let's get out there. Let's get some miles in. Happy miles in the Altra FWD VIA, rocking the gear, and we're just having a great day. I just want to thank y'all again. Y'all can just keep spreading this channel. It would mean the world to me. All right, y'all, let's go. Yo, what's going on, runners? I have tried filming this section of the video so many times, and every time something goes wrong. So we're gonna try it again. Last take, keeping it as real as it gets. So let's do it. Before I start this part, I just want to say that I am not a run coach, I am not a physical therapist, and I am not a doctor. This is just a topic that I want to talk about because it's fun, and set a disclaimer that these are not set in stone rules. Perfect. All right, now I want to talk about cadence because it's a topic that I love to talk about. So, as we know, cadence is steps per minute, and they found the golden cadence is 180. So 180 steps per minute. And the reason why, if you read studies, is because most elite runners are at that 180, and they found that it's good for injury prevention, so on and so forth. So many good things in that 180 cadence. Now, a little background about when I first started running. I first started running without a watch, so I had no idea what cadence was, or that there was even a metric for that. I just ran because of that runner's high. That's what I chased, which led me to some overuse injuries. Again, another topic, another day. So when I started running, I didn't know what cadence was. It wasn't until, I want to say, 4 miles in. It wasn't until my shin splints, which is like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago maybe, that I really started looking at cadence. And the reason why is because when I was getting back into running, I was telling my physical therapist how I'm running a little bit slower, and just to not make the shin splints come back, so on and so forth. And he looked at me, he was like, why don't you try working on cadence? Put me in a treadmill, saw my gait and everything, and it's like, why don't you try working on your cadence? I was overstriding. I was putting a lot of pressure through my heel, the heel of my foot, which was sending the shock through my shins, causing a lot of pain. And it wasn't until he told me to really start focusing on cadence that it changed. So for the last year, well, year and a half to 2, that 180 has been kind of where I've been at. And I don't train for it. I didn't work for it. It just came naturally once I started to run more in my natural way. So there's a lot of people who can't get at that 180 for reasons, right? Whether their stride's a little bit different, they're taller, the pace they're running at, their form. So if you need any assistance, honestly, you should talk to a physical therapist. Do maybe a gait analysis just to kind of find things out and see maybe if there's certain areas of the body that need some strength or some stretching. But when I started running at 180, I tell you, a whole mindset for running changed. It became lighter, it became easier and effortless, but it wasn't always like that. And for those who are struggling at that 180, there's obviously tips and tricks to help you get there. And the top 2 that have helped multiple people from reading on Reddit is making a playlist of songs that are 180 beats per minute. And the reason why is because your body will follow the tempo of the music, which is great. So if you have some songs that are 180 beats per minute. Put that in your headphone and listen to it, and you will kind of fall into that rhythm. And the other one is, most sports watches will have a metronome in there, and it will kind of beep, or kind of do a little tap every time your foot should be hitting the ground. I found that to be, I tried doing that just to see what it was like. I found that to be extremely hard to do. So people who can do that, wonderful. I just found, for me, what works for me is shutting the music off. Like right now I have headphones on, but nothing is playing. And I found that just shutting the music off and really focusing on my knees driving up and forward, my forefoot or midfoot to forefoot striking the ground, my heel of my foot just tapping the ground and popping back up. That worked for me more than anything else. So if you really want to focus on like running form and efficiency, shut the music off and just focus. You'll learn so much about how your body's working while it runs. Your body wants to become efficient at whatever it's doing. So give it the opportunity to do that. Well, that's the topic of cadence. So yes, 180 is a standard. Everyone is different. 180 for one person looks way different. And I'm not always at 180 when I do my speed work or going downhill. I could be at 190. You gotta trial and error, figure out what works for you, talk to a professional, get your questions answered. But those are the two tips that I have read about, which is a playlist at 180 and the metronome on the watch. So hopefully this clears it up. Hopefully it wasn't all over the place, because I had so many other good things that I said in the other takes, and I was trying to combine them all into one. But almost done, just about to hit 4.5. So, and the rain's coming down. So let's keep trucking forward. Come on. Yo, runners, what's going on? 6 miles in the books. This run was heavy towards the end. I mean, my pack was soaked, my jacket was soaked through my shirt. But we got it done, and like I said earlier in the video, it's okay to train in this kind of conditions, because not every race is going to be sunshine and roses. There's going to be some rainy races. It's good to get in there, it's good to get your gear wet, it's good to get your body used to this kind of stuff and acclimated to it. But in today's video, by the way, y'all, the making of today's video was super intense, because they had some sort of like road biking event going on, and there well had to be 1,000 riders. It literally all just passed me when I was in my car. So when I was filming that part about cadence, every turn that I went to go down couldn't go down this way, roadblock, everything. So sorry about that. But I did try to film that cadence part like 4 different times, and every time just gotten cut off early. So this is what I want to do. I want to obviously talk about the gear, but just talk about like topics about running. So cadence has been popping up a lot in my life, and it's something that I focus on very heavily right now. It's something that I like to work on, because since I found a really comfortable cadence, yeah, I'm not gonna say that I'm injury free, because I do have my little discomforts and pains. You guys know about those, but I do tend to run more effortless, I should say. I don't want to jinx anything right now. But let's get to, I really want to talk about this shoe right here, the Altra FWD VIA. 4mm drop, really good shoe. I've worn this shoe twice when it was raining, and right now it's light raining. When I was raining, it was like medium rain. When I was running, it was medium rain. And I have to say, this shoe, not Gore-Tex, does not let water, my socks are not wet, no water seep through. My Nike rain jacket, water seep through. My Solomon pack is wet. This shoe here did not let water seep through my foot on 2 run days back to back. I have technically worn this shoe 3 days in a row. I wore it for my run on, I'm sorry, not 3 days in a row. I wore it on my run earlier this week, wore it to work yesterday, and then now wore it again for this run. Has 10 miles on there, just over 10 miles. And no water's gotten through my sock at all. So awesome shoe. The upper reminds me a lot like the Mountain Coast R1, which you guys know I love. That upper is just so, I just feel like it's a very premium upper, and this upper has that same kind of feel. It's not as clean or as pristine, but y'all know I like my shoes to look like I used them, so I'm okay with it. Grip is good. I know a lot of people will complain about the Ultras not lasting a long time, or like the outsole kind of getting torn up. Grip is good. Run on sand, ran on a gravel little trail, and it's holding up. The tongue is gusseted, so it stays in place. It's a half gusset, so it stays in place. Very plush. Laces are long. Upper's good. Nothing really bad to say about this shoe. I'm starting to really lean into these kind of companies, the Mountain Coast, the Topo, Ultra, you know, Speedland, because their shoes, I just feel like they have such good quality. Sorry y'all, my camera just cut off for some reason. This video is just not going well, but we keep rolling. So like I said, I like to stick with these smaller companies of shoes that just feel like they have really good quality, and they put a lot of care into their products. So well, with the way this video is going, seems like it's going to be an end early. If you guys have any questions on Cadence and things like that, shoes, signing up for races, distances, anything that I could try to give my advice on, I love doing that. So let me know, drop a comment down below what other topics you would like for me to talk about. Again though, just quick disclaimer, just know that I am not a professional. I'm just someone who is obsessed with running and wants to share that passion with everyone and just give as much information as I can, because I learned so much and I just want to give that back. So let me know down below. This video is probably so choppy at the end, so I apologize. Thank y'all for sticking through it. Some videos, some days aren't gonna go smooth, but we keep putting one foot in front of the other. So thank y'all for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. Catch y'all later. Peace.